Right, in this video presentation I got a Microsoft trackpad, or actually it's a trackball mouse system. This is from back in the late 90s, early 2000. Had it for a long time, but this repair video is going to be a cleaning and a wiring repair, because apparently when the mouse is in use, or I should say the trackball, it'll make like the sound like it's trying to find drivers or so, even though the drivers are correctly installed. But the wiring keeps cutting in and out. So I'm going to try to attempt to repair that particular wire that leads from the computer to the mouse or trackball. And this video, I'm going to show you folks how to clean it. So tools you're going to need is this old trusty brush that you see here. Let me just zoom back out. You may need a precision screwdriver. Phillips one. I don't know if you can see it, but it's a Phillips one screwdriver, preferably with the magnetic tip. Can of air. You can get this at any computer store or Staples, or even online. Maybe some Windex and glass cleaner, and something else I'm missing here. I think that's about it. But anyway, to open up this mouse, let me put the mouse here on the table. There's 4 screws that you got to take apart just to open it, at least. So you just unscrew those 4 screws. You got to first take off the covers for it, which you see right here with a little flat knife or a little flat screwdriver like this to pry it open so you get access to the screws. Once you have these 4 screws loose, then you should gain access to the inside of the mouse. And I have this thing in pieces, so I can kind of show you to demonstrate how to take this thing apart. Now with a trackball, I guess part lays in, which is probably somewhere in here. It's aligned a certain way, but I already have this mouse apart. You got to take the screws out of here just to get this piece out of here, and you got to disconnect this from the control board here, which I got to put back together. And to take this piece and this piece apart, let me just put it together here, which should snap into place. There's a couple of screws that hold it in, which are probably these 2 right there. So that's how you take apart a Microsoft trackball mouse from like the late 90s, early 2000s. So I'm going to show you guys how to fix the wiring issue in the next series. For the last video, I meant to say please stay tuned. Thank you. To simply put the top cover back on for this trackball, you just simply line it up, and let's flip it on the other side. Line it up like I said until you hear something snap. Or you see all the pieces line up inside and also on the out. And there's a couple of screws that go in to keep it in place. So let me get that ready and stay tuned. And now the top cover is back on, and then it's these 2 screws that you see will connect these 2 parts together, and it should all line up exactly how it was before. And that's pretty much it as far as the top cover. Now to install the piece that holds the trackball in place and allows the mouse cursor on your computer screen to move from all different directions, you just simply put this holder in like so. You may have to kind of fumble around to get it to go in. It should go into place once you get the screw holes lined up. It's kind of hard to do this with one hand and holding a camera at the same time, but you should get the picture as to what I'm talking about. That should slide into place like how it is. Okay, now it's in place, and we just got to replace the screws into this hole here and that hole there. Just bear with me, folks, while I'm recording and doing this repair video. But you should get the idea that it does require 2 screws in order to hold this mechanism in place, which is where all the meat and potatoes of this trackball operation works. You just screw that into place. I can get it down there. Hold on. Bear with me for a few seconds here. And that's pretty much it as far as this top cover is concerned. I'm just trying to hold this down as I'm tightening up the screws here. And that's how you insert the mechanism that holds this big trackball here. So I'm going to pause this video again, and please stay tuned for the following parts as I finish putting back this mouse and fixing up that wire. Okay, now for the final piece, I'm going to solder these individual wires together. This is a USB 2.0, I believe, wiring system. It has 4 series of wires, 4 wires. One is white, one is green, the other one is red, and one is black. Both of these features, these wires carries the signal and also the 5 volts needed, 5 plus and minus volts plus your ground, in order to make the connection between the mouse and the computer. And this bare wire that you see here with my finger is the ground, or the shield, which shields all these twisted pairs of wires together. All these are stranded, by the way, so they're easier to work with. And you also have a shield to cut down on the interference and crosstalk between other cables on your computer. So what you do is just simply connect your wires according to the colors as indicated. So of course you connect your whites, your reds to reds, your black to black, and so on and so forth. And don't forget the shield, because you're still going to need that shield to use as an additional grounding for the cable, and also protect from other interference that's outside of the cable. And I'm going to show you what it will look like once I finish soldering all the wires together and making the necessary splices, and then show you the final product. So stay tuned. Well folks, here's the finished product. So as you can see on my screen that the mouse is working. So if you did like I instructed you to do by connecting all 4 of those wires, including the shield, your mouse should work. And if you cut the wire or found the break that was in the cable, well, you got yourself a working mouse again. Thanks for watching this series, and if you have any questions or comments, please leave it in the comment section below. Please rate and subscribe, and once again, thanks for your time. Take care.